Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Saturday, June 27, 2020, Central Standard Time of 7:28 a.m. in Dallas, Texas. I say all that because I'm documenting two things that I set out to complete before the end of my 40th year of life. And so I have roughly I'm adding and driving, so don't judge. 12. So roughly 17 hours left. This is one of the items on that list. I won't make this very long, but I've never really spoken about my skin color and some of the things that I went through while growing up. And of course, with everything that's going on today, race seems to be on the tip of all of our tongues, especially with repeating over and over again about equality for African Americans. And it just brought about something that most people would look at as minor unless it's happening to you, especially as a child. But people are not making it up when they say that there's a different treatment regarding skin tones, the amount of melanin that we have. As a little girl, mind you, I'm a few hours away from 41. And as a little girl, you can only imagine that my skin was much lighter. I've been out living, getting sun, getting tans, most of them unintentional, but I was much lighter. And so this is the part of my body that you can see. So imagine my legs and my back, other sides, you know. But I used to get teased, and it's not to put shame or anything on the people that I'm about to mention, or a group of people, but it's a part of my existence. It's a part of what happened to me. Predominantly it was my own relatives, and it's funny that I would have, or not funny, ironic that I would have this color on. They would call me yellow meat. Yeah. And granted, my mom and I, we're fair skinned, and most of them were of darker tone. Nothing wrong with that. I never saw anything wrong with it. I never called anyone names because of it, but I was the one that was called the names. And I don't really know as children if they understood how that made me feel, because all I was trying to do was spend time with my family and have fun and receive love and give love. And there were some times where I would spend time with my family in Arkansas over the summers or spring breaks, and I don't know what would take place, but I was the one that was left by myself with no one playing with me. And for us to be related, even though my skin color was lighter or my hair was a little longer, they actually made me feel the way that our community is made to feel by quote unquote other races or Caucasians. So it does exist. And in our own community, there are still people that make remarks such as, you think you're better because who set out to change or make their own skin tone when they were in the womb? So why would we think we're better? That's something that other people are saying, which means you're the one with the issue, because we're all out here scratching and surviving in the same boat. And granted, my biological father, my mom, we're all the same color. In regards to other things in our bloodline, I'm not going to touch on that right now, but we do have other nationalities mixed within, but it's so small by the time it reaches me that, you know, I just don't think it really had that big of an impact, more so than my mother and father being fair-skinned black people. And I don't even like black. Why are we black but Caucasians are not listed as whites? Why are we limiting and putting ourselves in this box of being a color that has a negative connotation to it? You know, when you think about the Black Plague or Black Death, you know, everything is just dark and just sucks the life out of you. It's negative. When I think of dark, when most of the world thinks of dark, we think bad. So why are we black? Just hold up a crayon and say, yeah, black people. I don't like that, and that's a whole nother topic as well. But what I want to just share today is that calling someone anything other than who they are, or making fun of them because their skin tone is not the same as yours, and yet you guys are still, you know, of the same race, is bullcrap, and is very hurtful. Adults, moving on to adults, I met adults in my life, even some of the same relatives, but moving on to friends, co-workers, and I don't really understand if people take the time and say, what I'm saying sounds real stupid. You're gonna tell an adult that they're too light. So my skin color that I was born with is a problem for you? For you. Girl, you need to go tan. Ooh, them legs blinding me. Oh my God. Girl, you need some sun. Do I? Why do I need some sun? That's like me telling you, girl, you need some bleaching cream. Cause woo, you sure mighty dark. You sure mighty black. You get what I'm saying? So I went through those stages where I was like, if I could just get a little darker, you know, it would be nice and pretty and smooth and nice little caramel. Then there's Caucasians out here getting tanned and getting skin cancer. But my thing is, it took me probably in my early 30s to say, hey, I'm okay. I'm okay with my color, whatever that may be. I'm okay. So anybody else out there that's dealing with that, going through that, has gone through it, maybe you were the one that was making the remarks or making fun. It wasn't cool. You were a bully. as a kid, we may not look at things the same, but yeah, you were bullied. And when we know better, we do better. So that's all I have on that. I could go deeper, but I'm not, because it's my birthday weekend. But yes, I now embrace all of my skin and whatever else may be swirled up within. Okay? Spread love and be more understanding and mindful of what comes out of here.